We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the lower Hijaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits in the Formula One calendar. It's Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. And it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn one. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Gasly, Gardner, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel, Tsunoda, Stroll, George Russell and Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty. Mazepin, Eilert and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay, so Callum dropped down the back. That's more than likely going to be an engine penalty, I imagine. Valtteri Bottas is behind us on the grid now. So that is going to be interesting for his championship. We're going to go a slightly shorter stint on the soft. We've got to watch out because Lewis and Max are up the front. They're obviously in the title fight. A point behind Max is a point behind Bottas. Lewis is like, I don't know, 15, 16 points behind. So he's going to want to just go ahead, wham, win the race. Max is going to want to try and outscore Bottas. And now it doesn't really matter how much he outscores him by. As long as he outscores him, he's going to take the lead of the championship into the final round in Abu Dhabi. So Bottas, I imagine, is going to be coming through pretty hard and fast right from the off. Looking to get towards the front as quickly as possible. We are just going to try and hang in the top 10 and see what we can do from there. That's literally it. Pace-wise, we haven't looked too bad this weekend. Certainly better than we were in Australia. I think our car suits this track better, which is odd because we don't usually tend to go so well at street circuits, but whatever the reason, we seem to work a little bit better around here. So we're just going to go for it and try and get some points to outscore Aston Martin. That's the focus today. Let's do it. Off we go then. Gasly.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
On the inside. And there's Leclerc, who's had the most horrible luck. And there goes Bottas. I'm not going to get in his way. Already bumped into Leclerc a couple of times, and now he's on the back of Leclerc. Look, straight away, Valtteri looking to get around the Ferrari, whereas we've got Vettel to worry about. Taking a few little scrapes on that front wing. Vettel's still there. We go defensive to try and block him. Bottas is still struggling to clear Leclerc.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
So there has
We're
been
leading
an
our
incident.
teammate by 10.1 seconds.
What was the incident? Lance Stroll is out. Here's Lance Stroll in 15th place, chasing the Williams down, trying to get up to help his teammate in the battle with JDM in the Constructors' Championship. And the DRS comes open. He's going to chase him down this back end of the circuit. Oh, and he looks like he's pulled over there a little bit. Yes, he's slowing down. Lance Stroll slowing down, gets overtaken by the McLaren at the last corner there, and he's pulling to the inside. Lance Stroll looks like he's out. It's a disaster for Aston Martin. So that's good news that one of the Astons is out. Vettel is going to have the DRS now. Sails around the outside.
Caution, caution.
We get the DRS down the back straight.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Vettel's going to try and block the inside. We take it, turn one. Come then. And we're going to get a new front wing because we busted the old one.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Alright, so we've lost a position to Tsunoda. I suspect we're going to have lost positions with the wing change. But the car should handle better now. He says, because it really doesn't look like it is.
We're trailing our teammate by 12.2 seconds. Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds.
Alright, so Russell is all over the back of us.
Callum is coming in for his stop. Gap to car in front is 5.9 seconds.
Here's Valtteri Bottas in P9, and oh, he's coming out just behind the Ferrari. That's a nightmare scenario for Bottas. He really needed to clear those Ferraris to have a chance at moving up the field to get closer to Verstappen and Hamilton, but that is going to make things tremendously difficult. Max Verstappen in P4 is going to move around his teammate using the DRS into P3. Well, but Sergio Perez is not moving over for his teammate. He's racing for himself, but now the DRS is going to out-drag again Max Verstappen. I mean, Sergio could have made that a bit easier for him. So Verstappen takes P3. Bottas, a couple of positions behind. So it's advantage Verstappen right now. Should have let him go really, because he's going to get DRS down the back here. Race leader Lewis Hamilton sitting pretty at the front. This will bring him into play for the championship if it remains like this. If he is leading the race, and he will move a couple of points behind Verstappen if he wins this race.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Line and move up on him. Down the outside. Got it. Lewis Hamilton with the fastest lap. It's Daniel Ricciardo in second place under pressure from Max Verstappen, who needs those extra 3 points in the battle for the championship with Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. And he's still looking to hold that position on the last lap. Max Verstappen goes around the outside and takes the position. Max Verstappen into second place on the last lap. Those points could be crucial come the end of the year. Lando making a move.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Try and make a move back on Lando.
This is your final lap of the race.
Down the inside into turn 1. Tsunoda's got past Vettel. Hamilton wins. And Lewis Hamilton coming round the final turn and is about to lead the race down the back straight to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He's been imperious today. That is going to do his World Championship a lot of good. And Lewis Hamilton brings himself right back into the championship mix with that win. Gonna come up to Lando across the line. Oh, we couldn't quite get it.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team.
So Mercedes win the Constructors then.
Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I think for Driver of the Day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Okay, so Lewis Hamilton wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 10 seconds in front of Max Verstappen. So, what, by quite a clear advantage as well. He comes home second. And takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship because Bottas can only finish 6th. So the lead changes going into the last round. Daniel Ricciardo continuing McLaren's podium run So that's Ricciardo this week, and not Norris, that gets on the podium. Carlos Sainz is the point man for Ferrari. He's leading the charge and is soundly beating Leclerc, but Leclerc has had so many DNFs this season. That's got to be a large part of it. A lot of mechanical problems for Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez, his early season form has dipped, and he is now, not really finishing on the podium. He's getting 4ths and 5ths. He did get fastest lap though, so that steals a point away from Hamilton, and gives it to Red Bull. Bottas, 6th, Leclerc 7th, which, I mean, I guess he would be disappointed with, because he started 5th, so both Ferraris slipping back. Gasly 8th after the last race. That's a good sort of return to form for him, getting back in the points. Alonso, ever present in the points in this second half of the season, he's 9th. Ocon actually gets a point for Alpine as well, so they are really shoring up that 6th position in the Constructors. Tsunoda comes home 11th, a couple of seconds behind Ocon, so he couldn't get enough to get in the points today, but he did get in front of Vettel. And we lost some time earlier on in the race, and then ended up in a fight with Lando Norris. The fact that we were able to fight Lando Norris, nip and tuck, was quite impressive actually, but we could only manage 14th, so the car not fantastic. It fared better while the soft was holding, and then when the soft tyre started to degrade, we lost the pace, and then lost time with the change of the front wing and the pit stop as well. So bit of a costly one this weekend. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeos behind, Russell and Latifi down the bottom as well with the Haas's, and Lance Stroll with the DNF. Callum 18th, up from 21st, so he did gain a couple of places, but again, it's not a great race weekend from Callum Islet, is it? After the absolute agony of losing his first point with a lap to go at Melbourne, he's now back in 18th, so not a great weekend for JDM in total. But when we look at the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen with 368 points is 8 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton now, who is the main challenger, but Bottas is right there as well, with 9 points behind. So it's all to play for. 3 drivers could win the championship going into the last round. We continue to stay on 40 points, and I think we've pretty much got that sewn up. 11th place. Mercedes have won the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull cannot outscore them now, and the only other places really up for grabs is probably ourselves and Aston Martin, I would suggest, or maybe Alfa Romeo and Williams if they could outscore each other, and Haas still to get off the foot of the table, still to score. Check the highlights. So everyone get away semi-decently. But then, obviously knowing that Bottas was going to be coming through, as soon as he got alongside, we did yield. I didn't want to be scrapping with that Mercedes, it was going to be too quick. And then we did get wheel to wheel with Vettel. We gave a little nudge to Bottas there. Just, yeah, a little bit of minor, all over the place, a little bit of minor front wing damage. We did take a couple of scrapes. This was another move on Vettel. chasing Tsunoda, I think. Oh, we were way off the track there. I think that was just after we switched onto the mediums. Didn't have any tyre temps. And being chased by Lando Norris. Having to get the elbows out at the dinner table. We just traded places. Couldn't break away from each other's DRS. So we're exchanging moves. This one was down the outside into turn 1. Which then became the inside. And then go for the switch back. Couldn't quite get it done. Finish behind Lando. So 14th was the best we could do this weekend. Which is a shame, but the real drama's happening at the front in this three-way title fights, which is quite interesting to watch from our perspective. But we've got to keep fighting to try and usurp Aston Martin. That's going to be the focus going into the next race. So without further ado, if you liked the video, leave a like, please. If you aren't subscribed and you would like to subscribe to see more JDM racing action and other stuff, we had some. I did a wrestling video the other day that all seemed to go down quite well. I might do some more of those. Let me know what you want to see in the comment section in terms of content. Whether you would like to see more. I mean, we're definitely doing F122. Definitely got some ideas for more WWE stuff, so I'm going to be trying to bring a little bit of variety in as well, not just F1. But let me know what you think. Appreciate it as always, you taking the time to watch the content, follow the channel. I do appreciate it. I read all the comments as well, so I really appreciate people. Super Koi, I know, and Super Koi Junior. Two prevalent comment levers, so yeah, thank you to those two, and yeah, we'll keep going. One more race to go. We're gonna see who's gonna win this title. Let's see who's gonna win this title. It's all up for grabs. Tune in next time for JDM Racing and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. See you then. Thanks for watching, guys.